Hey, Shalom, Ashar. I want to start off source by giving all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Akakudash, double honors to the apostles of GMS, and honors to you brothers doing the work in truth, sincerity. This is a real quick one. This is, what you call it, quote, Voltaire, French philosopher, if I'm not mistaken, basically said, paper money eventually returns to its intrinsic value, zero, right? Right, and that is the truth, because it's paper money is what they call fiat, right? And fiat's from the Latin, basically meaning "let it be so," right? So yeah, we'll get into the scriptures. This is Genesis 13:2. It says, "And Abraham was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold," right? Because that's real riches, right? Esau and his economists will try to tell you, gold has no worth, or gold isn't this, or gold isn't that, right? But this is the devil we're speaking about. Of course, he's not going to tell you the truth, but he'd rather you walking around with his paper notes and then his zeros and ones on a computer system. Right, he'd rather you do that than actually have real wealth, right? Which this what you're seeing here is real wealth, because to be rich in cattle, what does that mean? You have to have land, right? To be rich in silver and gold, right? Means you can trade with people for this and that, right? So once again, if you have land, that means one part of the land you might have cattle, other part of the land you might have this, other part of the land you might have that, right? So these are the real riches according to the scriptures, right? As in, these are real carnal riches, because when you read Proverbs, right, it basically says that wisdom, is greater than rubies, right? Basically saying wisdom is greater than anything, you may wish to have financially, right? It says Job 20:15, right? It says he hath swallowed down riches and he shall vomit them up again, right? So Esau, the so-called white man, has gone around the whole world, right? Basically swallowing down riches, taking riches from here, taking, whether it's, the diamonds from the Taj Mahal, rather the precious stones from like the Taj Mahal or whatever, what have you, right? It says, he's stolen them, man. Right? Scriptures talk about how he cannot be satisfied. He goes around, and is as death. Right? He will kill people and then he will take their resources, right? Whether it's their gold, their silver, their precious metals, whatever. Right? But he says it shall vomit them up again. So the Most High shall cast them out of his belly. So all of the what do you call it? All of the goodies that he's stolen, right? They're gonna be returned, man. Right? In fact, let me see, I believe there's something also similar in Isaiah 60 about the heathens bringing in their, their wealth towards us. So this is one. It says Isaiah 60:11. It says, therefore thy gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night, right? Because these Gentiles are going to be bringing in their goodies constantly. Right, it says that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. Slaves as well. That is a rich, that is a form of riches, right? Why? Because you got slaves and you got people to work the land, right? For nation, yeah, it goes into that. I believe there's also about gold or something. Let me read this. Verse 13 says, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I'll make the place of my feet glorious. Right? Yes. It says, for brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Right? So yeah, in Israel, we gonna be decked out, man. We gonna have real riches, right? None of this paper money stuff, right? No, we gonna have some real riches in the kingdom. Let me see if I can find this one, if it's the one I'm thinking of. All right, so this is describing what do you call it? Israel as it will be in the kingdom, right? Somewhat. Let me see. Just trying to find where to start from? I'll start from 10, I think. Right, it says Revelations 21 and 10 says, "And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High." Right, now this is this isn't talking about like that scene from Avengers where the city had been lifted up into the skies. The Israelites are people before they are a place. Right, it says, "Having the glory of the Most High, and their light was like unto stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south 3 gates, on the west 3 gates. And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb." Right, "And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth 4 square, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs, and the length and breadth and the height of it are equal. And he measured the wall thereof in 144 cubits, right, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. So, and the building of the wall of it was of jasper, right, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass." So we're going to have transparent glass up in the kingdom, man. It's like a transparent gold, right? It says, "And the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass. Right, the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. The first foundation was jasper, the second sapphire, the third of chalcedony." I've never heard of that one before. It says, "And the fourth an emerald." Right, it says, "The fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh." Okay, no, this must be a different name, because these look like the 12, almost like the 12 stones of the breastplate. Okay, one for brothers to look up in their own time. Right, it says, "The fourth an emerald, the fifth sardonyx, the sixth sardius, the seventh chrysolite, the eighth beryl, the ninth a topaz, the 10th a chrysoprasus, the 11th a jacinth, the 12th an amethyst." Right, I don't think these are, because I know there's a diamond in the breastplate as well. So just look it up. Look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up after as well. Right, it says, "And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of 1 pearl, and the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass." Right, and yeah, you see, so it's based talking about in the kingdom we're gonna be decked out. We're gonna have wealth beyond wealth. Right, we ain't gonna have no paper money, because as Voltaire said, paper money eventually returns to its intrinsic value of nothing. Right, let's see what else we got. Yeah, well, Revelation 13:16, right? Because when this paper money fails, which it will, because its destination is nothing, right? It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Right, so it's basically, it means all, right? So both small and great, your average Joe to your celebrity, your guy on minimum wage to your billionaire or whatever, they're all gonna be forced to get this mark, which is the chip, the RFID microchip, right? So that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, right? And that's what this man is planning to do, right? So that he can get full control of everything, right? So like I said, it was a quick one. Voltaire, paper money eventually returns to its intrinsic value, 0, and you can what do you call it? Remember that one. So until next time, I'm gonna say shalom.